welcome back to my channel. Today's Saturday. We're just picking up some Popeye. It's like a second dinner. We just had udon at this udon shop that's a neighborhood spot that everyone recommended it on TikTok, and I went and I really liked my udon, but I felt like the portion was a little bit too small for one person. We were still hungry, so we're just picking up some chicken wings from Popeye's. But yeah, welcome back. This week's vlog is the vlog number 100. It is so crazy. Welcome to the vlog. Hey guys, I just made it back home, just in the car parked. Found a perfect parking spot right in front of my apartment that won't require my car to be moved until Thursday. So yay. It's almost always feels like a lucky thing. It always makes my day when I find a parking spot like this where we don't have to like wake up early tomorrow morning to move the car and then move the car again. I'm gonna do a wine haul. I went to Wild Wines. It's my neighborhood natural wine shop that used to be literally across the street from my first apartment in Bushwick. If you watch my vlog, I'm sure you've seen me go there pretty often. They price things pretty well, but although over the years I've witnessed the price increase in literally my sourdough bread, my wine, and like there's a mosquito. Literally everything has been increased in price, and it's frustrating. And I even shared on my newsletter last week that my haircut guy has recently been promoted to a director position, and so his rate has been increased again. And I've seen him since he just started, and his rate has been increased 3 times so far, and it's frustrating for a consumer, for people who want to like support local businesses, but still I would still rather spend a little bit more to get my stuff locally. Anyways, at the wine shop, if you buy 12 bottles, I think you can get like 15% off. I try to get 6 bottles this time so that I could save 10%, so that's like kind of tax here you've got to pay, so I save on that. But yeah, I went off from a few of the guy's recommendation. He always has good recommendations, and honestly over the years I tried so many different kind of, you know, natural wine bottles: white, rosé, reds, and oranges. I always end up liking oranges a lot more. I didn't go for a lot of oranges this time because I'm bringing it to parties. This red bottle, it has a really fun pic graphic, so I think it would be like a great conversation starter. And this one is called Olivier Minot 2024 Red French Wine Gamay. It's French red, so pretty sure this one's gonna be really good. My partner loves ciders. I personally am not a big fan. Anything that's sparkling, I think cider is just kind of like boring in a way, but it grows on me. There were a few very limited selections, mostly from this local orchard in upstate New York. I think it's called Rose Hill Farm. It's the other apple orchard that we didn't go to. We went to Fishkill Farms, but I've also heard great things about Rose Hill Farms, that they grow a lot of unique varieties of apples. This one I just went off because it's got a really cool label. Like if we end up liking this one, I think we are gonna save. I want to save this bottle. It's a collaboration between Rose Hill Farm and Wild Ark Farm. Apple and Quinn sparkling wine. So this one we're probably gonna save it to drink at home, because it's a cider, and I think I would like to keep the bottle. And if I bring it to party, I'm not gonna be able to like take the bottle home. It will be like too big of a hassle. And then I got a bottle of orange. This is the only orange bottle that I got. I think I'm gonna save this to enjoy for myself at home, because personally, I'm the biggest fan of orange wine as compared to like so many times I've let my friends try orange wine. They always go back and prefer either white rosé. Oh, I think I'm gonna save this bottle to enjoy it at home. I like it when wine bottles have this kind of wax plastic sealant thing on top. The label is also really cool. It's Clar, C-L-A-R. This one also is a staff's recommendation. I think it's like a Spanish product of Spain. Yeah, that's right. Okay, it says Spanish 2024 Clar Finca Pereira Selections de la Viña. And the side label here, but I like how it's got the what is the name of this wildflower or plant? And I went with this white bottle, Otto's Constant Dream. This is the staff's recommendation as well. It's Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. It is very popular apparently, according to him, that a lot of people would like it. And I don't think I've tried New Zealand natural wine before. In order to make it a total of 6 bottles, I asked the staff and he said it's okay if I went for these. This is orange bitter and this is dry vermouth. I use this to make my dry dirty martini at home. Probably one more drink then I'm done with the bottle, so I got this one to restock. And then orange bitters, it's used in a lot of popular cocktails. I can list it on the screen for you. It's everything I got for the wine home. It is so good. That's not bad. Again, the donuts I think are a little bit denser than I thought or I had hoped. Oh my gosh. I'm for sure gonna pack some donuts with me in the morning. I just got out from the rose sample sale. Spent like 2 hours in there. I think I'm content with my picks, but it could have been better. It's just because I don't think today's my lucky day. But it's okay. I'm gonna go home and tell you more. Hey guys. I just made it home from the rose sample sale, so of course I'm gonna show you a haul. It could have gone a lot better than it did. I really thought that today wasn't my lucky day. The experience was okay. I met some friends in line. Anyways, I'm really hungry. I packed along this small portion of pasta I made yesterday with the pesto. I was going to eat it cold, but I didn't feel too hungry. Plus, I packed along 2 donuts. I kind of snacked on one, brought a small bottle of coffee, so I just basically drank that. Some raspberry. I made it to Manhattan at around the same time as last year, even though I woke up really early this year. If there's like noises, snoring, I'm gonna have a hard time falling back to sleep. I decided to leave a little bit early, but my train wasn't even available up until a little bit past 4. So I made it to the sample sale in line, and this time the line wrapped around the building. Last year I was right at the corner. That means I could be able to see the flag, Metropolitan Pavilion flag, right at the entrance. But this year it wrapped around over to the container store to the other side. It was really cold. I feel really bad for a lot of people who had to wait in line for other people, like the line sitters, because it rained at around 2 to 5 a.m. I made it there when the rain stopped. But anyways, I packed along my REI camping chair. I also obviously knew that I couldn't be able to read because of last year's experience. So I gave up on the book, I gave up on the laptop. When the line started moving, which was about an hour before the sample sale started, so about 9, people started to consolidate, as in there were a lot of people that came overnight in their little tents. So in New York City, there are line sitters called line dudes, and then there are some task rabbits or people who know other people to, go get in line for other people. So it's common sense, right? The rule is 1-to-1 swap, but there are a lot of people over the years that I see, they do 1-to-2 swap, 1-to-multiple swap. And today, the guy in front of me, he's the one that called out people. There was one lady, she just randomly joined in with a few people in front of us, and she said she was here earlier, and people were asking where was she at that time, and she made up random spot at random time, and people were saying, oh, you're obviously lying, you should go back to the end of the line. And she literally ignored, pretended nothing happened, and then she just walked past our group or past the people who knew that she literally ditched the line. She got called out again, and then I think she left. But anyways, there were so many instances and it was so awkward. I wish the Row or any of these brands who do sample sales, pay a little bit more money for people who can be able to manage the line. The line sitters are not line managers. They are just there to do their own business, as in they just hire other people to go sit in line for other people, and then they take the money and they take the cut from whatever, I don't know, the business. But apparently it's very affordable. I mean, you're helping out people who are out of job. Anyways, my apartment is getting really dark. Maybe I should sit down. I'm gonna move. Okay, I'm gonna sit on the ground. It feels more homey, like back in the day. Actually, I do have a package. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna open this up and then I'm gonna show you what I got from the Row. I got something I wanted, something I needed, and something that would be very practical. But no bags, no boots. Those were my main thing coming in. There were surprisingly a lot of bags this year, and the 2 girls who were behind me, one of the girls knew that I was interested in bags, and she told me that she happened to open a box that had a lot of bags, so she has 2 bags with her. Same design, I think it's called the, I have to look it up, but that's the bag style that I've seen all the time. For some reason the bag style is not sold or it's not as popular, so there were a bunch of them. There were a lot of little mini park totes. I saw some people had the small version, some people had a larger version. I was so interested in those and I kept asking probably 3 people and then kept being said no. And then at the end, the girl that stood behind me, for some reason she said she opened a box and then her friend has 3 bags of the same design, 2 small size and 1 mini size, and she herself has 2 of the same bag, small size. And then I said I was willing to wait. I waited for a while and then I decided to join them in the fitting room and told her other friend that I was interested. She couldn't make up her mind, and then she's like, maybe she might change her mind later on. And I said, yeah, please let me know. And then she ended up getting all 3 bags and didn't even tell me. I felt very discouraged, and then there were some shoes I wouldn't reach for it and they would be a little bit harder to resell even. I was really hoping for boots. No boots. I saw some people who had jackets. The knits were so expensive, even the sheer knit sweater short sleeves were in the 1,000 to 2,000. People were buying long big dresses. This kind of sample sale, if you're willing to drop 5-6K, it's an investment, but if you're in that tax bracket, I think it's very worth it. But if you're planning to have shoes from the Row for $200-$300,
go for it if that's your first time, or if you've never experienced, or if you've never been to the rose sample sale. I think it's a really cool experience on its own. If you don't mind the hassle, there was one girl. She seemed like she is so good at persuading people. Someone literally gave her a bag. It really is an art. I'm really not that good at being in that situation where I have to use really nice words, being there at the right time at the right place. And I've been to the rose sample sale. This is the 4th or the 5th one already. I think I'm satisfied, I'm content, and I keep saying this to myself that waiting in line for 8 hours. That's the same amount of time that I had to wait last year as well. And because I'm here, I cannot not go because I love the rose so much, and I think the experience itself, it's worth it for me. Personally, I would never pay for a line sitter because if you want, or if you're able to, if we order takeout, because we have a car and we are able, we always go get our own food. Like, we don't do delivery. I mean, it's good for people who need a job to do delivery, but I feel really bad for people to do that, for having to do that for me. Yes, they get money, but at the same time, I'm not that type of person who pay for that kind of service, if that makes sense. So paying for a line sitter, and now it's not like so secretive anymore, so it gets so competitive. And I heard that people hire the line sitter at 9-10 p.m. the day before, and then having all of these people waiting, you know, for them in line. It rained, it got really cold, and it's just miserable for everyone involved. YSL sent me a new perfume. This is exciting. So it's got the same bottle design. Perfume is called YSL Beauty Baby Cat Raw Bourbon. So this is my second YSL perfume. So glad to have another one to add to my collection. Lately, I've been getting a lot of vanilla scent. I'm glad that brands now do perfume that is not only straight up vanilla, because I find that it's very overwhelming a lot of the time, and I like it to be a little bit more warm, woodsy. This one, it's warm, woodsy, and I definitely will reach for this a lot this fall and winter. So yeah. Back to just the rose sample sale in general, I already made this a mission that I'm content, I'm happy. I've seen enough. Every year, I am the most frustrated about the fact that I have to deal with people who are not like following the rules, and who makes the rule at this point, but common sense, right? One-to-one swap, I don't know, it's so frustrating. And some people's attitude is cranky, and like me too, I'm tired. I've been waiting in line for like 8 hours to get in here. And some people who have the means, they're like, oh yeah, I paid money, you don't get to speak. Anyways, here's all that I got. I'm sure if you log onto TikTok, there are a bunch of the rose sample sale haul, because that's literally what people are the most interested in at this time every single year. I feel like the vibe this year was really different as compared to previous years that I went. I didn't see anyone that I knew posted the rose sample sale content, and today is near the end of day 1. I'm pretty sure day 2 there will be a lot of people as well, because people don't want to wait this long, because the first day always has the best stock. But the way that the row does stock is that they will randomly put out a box of, you know, leather goods. I really wish they have more bag styles, but I'm pretty sure tomorrow they will randomly do that as well. So it doesn't really matter. Yes, the first crowd every day will get really good stock. When I left, it was about 2:30. There's nothing good left. So if you cannot make it to the row sample sale inside by 2, then don't go, because the stock is not gonna be as good. I went back the second time last year on the last day. There was nothing. I literally forced myself to buy a graphic t-shirt from the kids section that fit super tight. It was a kid size 6. But I ended up selling it on my Poshmark, so it's okay. You cannot make it to the first day, or maybe really early the second day, then the third and fourth day is really like random. It's the same concept as going thrifting, and that is why I think it's worth it for me to go to the row every year. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to shop at the row sample sale again next year, so I'm treating this experience as my last. Because next year there could be a lot of changes, and I don't really know if I'm, you know, even gonna have the time. I don't know if I'm gonna be around, basically. So here's the haul. I got 2 pairs of shoes and a pair of pants. The pants are something that I want for the longest time. Shoes are something that I need. Literally, shoe selection this year was so bad. There were no boots. Yeah, so anyways, I would rather not spend too much money getting shoes that I don't want, and rather than spend that money to buy maybe like a pair of Phoebe Philo ballet flats that I am eyeing, or maybe a pair of the Row boots that I've been eyeing for years as well. I think it's worth it just to buy full price or at a small discount at retail. These are a pair of flats. These are called the Miller flats, size 38 in satin. So I really wanted something different, so like satin, suede, exotic material. I saw a pair of small heels with ostrich leather, really cute, but they were $2,500 or something, so a lot of people put them back. I also decided to put them back as well because, yeah, I don't want to spend too much money on heels right now because I really want practical boots. They didn't really have boots this year, but these are the flats that I got. There are some scratches, but I don't really mind it because I know I'm gonna, scratch them after first wear anyway. But these are really gorgeous, old school, vintage inspired mules with the open toe, as you can see, but they have the square, roundish toe. For these, I can wear these to the airport, lounge around the house, go run errands. And as long as they keep my toes kind of warm, these are going to be very practical, and they're black. These are the second pair. Bonnie sneakers, size 38, canvas, suede, black and black. So they are a pair of all black sneakers. I need sneakers for practical reason because I remember I traveled to Europe. I didn't pack any sneakers, and the only pair of sneakers that I wanted to wear are the Adidas Wales Bonner sneakers that I've been wearing for the past like 3-4 years now. And in case you don't know, Grace Wales Bonner, she is the new creative director of Hermes menswear, and the whole entire world who's in fashion like cheer up because that's like history breaking, because there's never been a black creative director who is head of such iconic fashion brand, and I'm very excited. Those Adidas Wales Bonner shoes have been one of my most worn sneakers, and those are the only shoes that I want to reach for. And I didn't pack them for Europe because I knew I would have to wear them every day, so I had to suffer through the entire trip. My feet were like hurting. But if you have to walk a lot, especially on cobblestones, on cement like New York or cities like in Europe, I highly recommend just wear your comfortable sneakers. Like your cute loafers are not gonna be able to last. And I kind of complain, especially toward the end of every day, that my feet hurt so much. So these are my size 38. Like I really had to be very picky this time. Like I let go so many shoes, including a pair of black strappy sandals, my size. And I also let go a pair of brown sneakers. I don't know why, but I just was just really being picky about everything. So I'm glad I got a pair of black sneakers because I know I will reach for these all the time. These have the Row tag label on the side. I like it. And I know this is a style that I will be reaching for all the time. These were about $200. Same with the sneakers as well. A little bit more than $200 with tags. These are the pants that I randomly grabbed. Someone just left them at the end of the rack. Looked at the tag. I didn't even notice that these were the gala pant. But I just saw a size small and I just took them with me because they are like this pleated material that I don't know if you are familiar or if you've heard of. Pleats Please Issey Miyake Pleats Please pants. I do actually have a pair that I've been thinking of selling them, consigning them with the Real, or selling them myself because Pleats Please pants can sell with a really decent resale price. So I'm thinking of selling them because they fit me a little bit too form-fitting and too crop. They also come out with a newer version with a little bit of a longer length and slouchier leg cut, and that's the style that I want. So I've been wanting to make a swap. So these are basically the swap for those. So I'm now okay letting go of those Pleats Please pants that I bought. They were expensive when I bought them, and they are even more expensive now if you buy them brand new. But if you buy them at vintage secondhand stores, they are still pretty expensive for the material because it's a really good material, and these are so nice. I tried them on. They fit me perfectly around the waist, but they are extremely long. But these are the pants. So in case you don't know, gala pants from the Row are very popular pant style. Let me see what the material. I'm so curious. 68% polyester, 32% wool, lining is 100% silk. They are a little bit more expensive than the regular cotton satin material. but they fit me so nicely around the hip and the waist. And here I'm gonna show you, they're very long though. I think the inseam is 35 inches or something. But if you look at them closely, this is the material. I used to work at my aunt's tailoring shop, and we have done a lot of these kind of hemming jobs. You just wear them with the shoes, with the heel height that you want, and then you cut them about half an inch above the ground. For example, if I need to take off 3 inches off from this pants, then lay them flat like this on the table, and literally use scissors to cut 3 inches across. And then here, if you look closely, there's a stitching that just basically goes right where the cut is. So there's no folding because obviously this is the pleating fabric. So if you look closely, I'm going to stretch this fabric out and see that's just a simple stitch on top, and that's literally how you hem your pants. And you don't need fancy equipment, but I think you should get this done professionally. I can be able to do this myself as well. So I'm planning to pack these when I'm going back to Minnesota to visit my family, because my aunts own tailoring shops, so they have a sewing machine. I've been wanting to buy a sewing machine myself as well to do these kind of hemming jobs myself. I know how to do these kind of simple hemming job and know how to alter my own clothes, so this I can do myself easily. But I'm glad these are the gala pants that I've been wanting for so long. I even got them in the nicer material, more special, because the pleating. Very happy and content with these. This is like a surprise purchase, but I didn't even notice that everything is in the color black. This is so crazy. And I'm wearing black as well. I might do a sneaky stop maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a brand event at nighttime, so I think I'm gonna try to go to the city a few hours early, pop into the row if the line is not too long. If it's too long, I'm gonna just not gonna bother. But I feel like I'm not like 100% satisfied because it's here for 4 days, and to me I treat it as like something I do for fun for myself, and I do it every year. You cannot convince someone who does not get the idea of why do you need to get in line to go spend your money, why do you need to get in line to go eat at some restaurant, why do you need to get in line to go get your coffee, to get your baked goods at some newish trendy bakery. But I'm the type of person who doesn't mind waiting in line if the stuff is actually that good. And for the row, to me personally, they make incredible quality material and things that actually last. And that pile of shoes in the back that you oftentimes see in my videos, those are the shoes that I got from the row sample sales over the years. And I've actually let go of a few style I still have brand new in the box. I see it as I'm building a collection, and they still hold really good resale value if one day I change my mind and I want to make a swap or switch out something. No one is gonna be like 100% satisfied with the things that they have, but it's like something that I want to work towards too. So that is why for me it's so fun. Like, you're building up a collection with a lot of intention and a lot of work as well. And I've got a lot of stories to tell as well. But if you're able to, I highly recommend going into the rose sample sale. I'm unsure of in the future if I'm gonna go again, but if I'm in New York, if I have the time, I will most likely go back. But for now, I'm content, I'm happy with the past 4 years of me going, because I feel like the older I get, the less patient I become, and I cannot be in that environment where people are so, sometimes it can be kind of competitive and stressful and it could be toxic. But I wouldn't use that word, but some people could be mean to each other by just like the attitude, by the demeanor. And I've got to go and finish my pasta and then head out to my friend's birthday party tonight. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, I have a few packages that I want to unbox with you on camera. As you saw over there, the floral arrangement. I think that's a really cute spot. It's lovely, like every time when I open the door, enter, I can get to see it right away. It brings me a lot of joy. Right next to it, I have the Dala horses, the red and the blue one I got from Stockholm. So before I unbox the packages, I want to share with you another pair of shoes. So I ended up going back to the rose sample sale on day 2. I stopped by at around 2 p.m. It was because I had a few hours before I had to attend the event in the West Village. So I thought I would just pop in and see. There wasn't a lot left. I tried on a few things that I didn't really get to try on the first day. But nothing really worked out. I wouldn't think that I would be able to reach for those pieces as often, so that's why I would rather have someone else who liked it more than I did. I honestly didn't think that this year was my lucky year. I logged into TikTok yesterday and I started seeing more people saying at the end of day 2, about like 30 minutes before the sale ended for the day, the staff started bringing out more jackets and bags, and some people actually got so lucky with some bags and jackets, and I was like, that would never be me because I would never be able to like shop at the end of the day like that. But I ended up going for these pairs of shoes. So they are actually another pair of sneakers. So I was debating between the canvas version. Those have a really cool rubber burgundy sole, the bottom, and contrasting with the white canvas. But I know I'm gonna ruin white shoes in like a second. So I decided to go for these leather one. These are in the color cream honey, the same sneaker. So these are what they look like. They have the, again, kind of flat profile. These were size 39, and actually there were only one size left, size 39 and a half, and then just like about 30 minutes after, someone else put these back. So, and I already wore them yesterday. These are actually really gorgeous, very soft, even though they are one size bigger than my actual size. I'm a 38, but with socks, these are okay. And I wore them yesterday with my Donny black scallop pants, like the slouchy with a little bit flared bottom. So these shoes, the tip kind of peek out a little bit, which is perfect. They are so cute and buttery, and I love this tan lace. I think this is called the gum sole. The rubber is slightly translucent. It reminds me of something Adidas would do, and I actually placed an order on the Adidas website for a few of their sneaker size with this gum sole design. I believe it's one of the vintage inspired design, but I'm so glad I have these because they are going to be so comfortable. Goal coming in was that to be able to score comfortable, practical shoes. If it's not boots, then I would take sneakers. Because I actually want to build up my sneaker collection as well, because I don't think I have those many shoes that I like. So anyways, the insole is white with the Roll logo inside that you could see. But yeah, they are so cute and I love them. So the vases that you saw, they are the black pedestal one and the little birdie white vase were 2 out of 5 items that Bloomist sent to me. Again, I've got to create content in exchange for these products, but these products were gifted to me, by the way, just for transparency. Besides the 2 vases, they also let me pick out a duvet cover. I went with the color white. This is the hemp material. I don't know if I told you about this, but I have a flat sheet that is linen in this exact white color that I got from Tekla a few years ago. But I don't have a duvet cover that is size king that is in this color, and that's why when I knew about this was one of the options that I could pick out. I picked this one out right away because I want to like kind of slowly switching out my current parachute linen bedding, because I have a white flat sheet that is linen size king. My mattress, pillow cover, pillows, all of the fitted sheets are size queen. But my bed frame, it is from the brand Floyd. It can be able to convert to a king size bed frame. So in the future, if there's an opportunity, I would love to upgrade my bed, my mattress to a king size. So that's why now I have the parachute bedding. Everything is in the size queen except the comforter and the duvet cover. It is size king because I want it to kind of cover my entire bed basically. So I picked up this one. So I have this one. This is my second duvet cover that is size king that I have in my home. So it's nice to have an option to switch things out. And I also asked if I could be able to pick out 2 pillow covers. They sent over 2 of these size king. I have to double check the measurement, but these seem really long. They are made from this hemp material. It's very similar to linen, very breathable. So these would go perfectly with my curtain bedding as well. I think I'm just like slowly switching out a few things, but still making it looking cohesive in the way I'm gonna show you my bedding probably in the next video when I get a chance, because I've got to do a load of laundry and style my bed. Then I can shoot some content for the brand. And then there's a cute little olive tree that is coming separately, probably early next week. Ooh, Valentino beauty. This is so sweet. Ooh, looks like lipstick. So I got sent 2 lip balms and 2 matte lipsticks. So this is one of the matte lipsticks that I got sent with the Valentino logo in the front. And I love all of the spikes detailing. And it's gold, it's slightly heavy. It's a logo on the tip. And then when you open it up, I love how this is kind of like skinny and actually very chic looking. Wow, lip balms are in this rose gold color. Wow, look at this pink. It's bright. I assume it's slightly sheer, but I love how skinny the actual lipstick tubes are. It's really cool. Love it. Okay, and at last but not least, I finally get PR from Saie. Wow. But yeah, Saie does amazing PR packages, and I've always wanted to receive PR from them. So they reached out to me on Instagram early this week, and this arrived. 5 minutes face. They also did a collab with Rocky's Matcha, and I was like so jealous. That's like one of the best PR packages that I've seen because I love Rocky's Matcha. They are a matcha brand from LA, and they have done amazing like collabs with so many brands. I did not expect this at all. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's so perfect because I have been wanting to switch out my Muji makeup case. I went to the Koala store and was eyeing one of their leather makeup case, the one that you can zip open and it sits flat, vertical, so that I could put it into my personal bag or tote when I travel, and it would be like my everyday makeup because I don't really need that much makeup when I travel these days anymore. And the Muji case, I've had it for probably like 5 years now, and it's black, it's boring, and it should be like something colorful, like a red leather or like something like this. And this is nice. There's actually a felt separator inside, which I did not expect. Got 9 products sent in here. That is insane. I'm gonna take out everything. There's the felt organizer. In here there's a logo. And then this with Velcro, you can be able to move it around, so then you can be able to fit your products however you'd like. That is so cool. This is something people would make and sell on Amazon separately, the organizers. Let's go through the products. Let's see. So cool because the sun is right here. It's hitting my hand so you can see the products better. It's a pump. Glowy Super Gel Illuminator. So this is something that you would use after you apply moisturizer. Some days I feel like my skin, especially in the morning, it gets really matte and dry, and with moisturizer it still looks and feel very dull. So I like to reach for glowy sunscreen or illuminator like products like this and apply underneath my foundation. It helps kind of like give me that glow from within effect. And I actually reach for products like this all the time, and I've heard amazing things about their super gel. So I'm so glad. I'm for sure I'm going to film like a new routine featuring these products. And this is 4.5 Slip Tint Broad Spectrum SPF 35 Sunscreen Tinted Moisturizer. Design. Okay, yeah, I'm excited. I hope that this is my shade. Zinc oxide 15%. It's like, oh my gosh, they sent me a brush. Contour blush brush. This is so amazing. The powder blush brush, contour blush brush. The Saie logo. Because of the long bristles, they are very soft and yeah, would be so perfect. This is amazing because I actually love the brand so much. They sent me another brush. This is a dual-ended brush called the double brush, sculpting dual brush. So with this, I can be able to blend out my concealer under eye, and then this could be for, I don't know, maybe contouring my nose, maybe like this. Or like blending out my contour. So two brushes. I love receiving makeup tours. I think this is the finishing powder, translucent powder in shade 2. The logo is slightly raised, so I love this, and I love that I can be able to see the product inside as well. Pressed powder, perfect. Super Suede Radiant Blush Powder in Grazy. Okay, there are gold shimmers in this, but it is a pink blush. The last 3 products from Saie. Branding is very cute and consistent. If you don't know, it comes in these kind of sponge applicator. So it's a liquid cream bronzer. This is a blush, nude blush in Chili. Pink shade. And then at last but not least, this is Glossy Bounce in Dream, like a lip oil. A burgundy color spongy applicator. So this is my current travel skincare makeup case. I rarely check in my bag, so literally this fits pretty much all of my shower products, skincare, and everyday makeup when I travel. So this one is a faux leather case sent over from this Japanese skincare brand Shikohin. I do have a few products from them, but this is what I've been reaching for besides Black Muji makeup case. This one I like because it's shorter, it's wider, it also opens up more flat, and it fits pretty much everything. Here's my like everyday makeup product. I'm gonna try to find the Saie blush. Okay, I found it. This is the Saie blush that I have, and it's so funny because it's in the same shade. It's in the shade Chili. This is the only Saie product that I have in my makeup collection, and now I have a duplicate, so I'm for sure going to share this with someone. I'm gonna put this back into the packaging, but it's literally the same blush shade that I have. Anyways, I've got to go do things. I hope that you've enjoyed this week's video. I will link all the products that I mentioned in this video in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and subscribe.